All right, y'all, it is a brand new year, and let's be real, 2025 is not gonna plan itself, okay? But girl, don't worry, I got 10 must-do tasks that will help you jumpstart this year, and you can do these in less than 24 hours. Welcome back to my channel, D Plans It All, and today we are going to talk about tackling some new year tasks that will help keep you ahead all year long. Task number 1 is to go out and get yourself a planner. All right, so whether it's digital planning or physical planning, in order to stay organized and have a better plan for the year, this is definitely needed. You can run out to Walmart, Target to get you a planner, TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, Hobby Lobby, Michaels. The options are endless when it comes to finding you a planner. And January is almost over with, so I would suggest versus ordering one off Amazon, or maybe, I know here our Amazon takes 2 days, so if you can order off Amazon and get your planner back within a day, next day, same day, that is awesome. However, if you don't have that luxury, run out to your local stores and find you a planner that speaks to you, that speaks to your soul. Make sure it has a space for goals, make sure it has an area for reminders, and maybe even some motivational quotes. All right, go ahead and get you a planner. That does not take a lot of time to do so. The options are endless. That is step number 1, or task number 1. Because how can we plan out the year with your appointments, your meetings, your trips if you don't have a planner? Okay, again, your planner can be digital or it can be physical. I personally prefer physical because I like to write things down. I like to highlight. I like to use different colors. I like to doodle. So I personally prefer to use an actual physical planner. But again, do what suits you, do what's best for you, do what's going to motivate you to keep that planner going, do what's going to motivate you to stay organized, something that's going to motivate you, that's going to make you or allow you to be consistent. Task number 2, audit your subscriptions and the memberships that you are paying for on a monthly basis. I recently looked over my memberships and subscriptions that I was paying for on a recurring basis, which is monthly, and I was like, really, girl? Why haven't you been monitoring your subscriptions? So use this time to look over your subscriptions, your monthly memberships. If you're not using those memberships or subscriptions, cancel those items. You don't want to, or streaming services. You don't want to continue to pay for an app or streaming service that you are not using. You can take that money and use it elsewhere or save it. There's no reason to pay for memberships and subscriptions if you are not utilizing them. Like I said, I went through my subscriptions and there was a few that I could cancel that I was like, I can go without this. And also subscriptions that I could have downgraded. One thing I am not budging on is, y'all, don't judge me, but I have 2 gym memberships. I have a fitness app that I pay for. I also pay for fitness class. So when I looked at my fitness apps or memberships and subscriptions and my streaming services, I was over $300 a month, y'all. No lie. And I was like, well, my health and wellness, my fitness apps should not fall under a subscription, because it's a different category, to be honest. I felt like that should fall under health and wellness, fitness. So when I separated my fitness memberships from my streaming services, I was like, okay, that's not too bad. But these are things that you should be looking at you should be monitoring, because you don't want your money to be going down the drain. All right. So again, make sure you're looking over these items. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of my gym memberships, but that's just me personally. If you can afford to have, you know, these extra memberships or apps or subscriptions, get rid of them, guys. There's no reason to be paying for something that you don't need. And let's be real, times are hard these days. Put those coins elsewhere. You know, you can put that extra money towards planning for your trips, or, you know, putting it towards Christmas, you know, gifts. So save the money and avoid unnecessary charges. All right, the third thing, set your financial intentions. You can actually go on your bank account and you can go and pull off what you spent your money on last year. It breaks it down into different categories like rent, mortgage, utilities, credit cards, loans, entertainment, gas. It breaks it all down. So go on your bank account and pull off a copy of, I guess, an itemized version of what you spent your money on last year. Okay, groceries, right? You just never know what you're spending your money on unless you get the overall picture of where it's going. Starting your year with a clear picture of your finances gives you the leverage to make better decisions or smart decisions going into 2025. You know, whether you need to save more, invest more, stop spending, you know, money on Starbucks or coffee on a daily basis. You know, that money adds up when you can make coffee at home, you know, for a whole lot cheaper. Setting your financial intentions allows you to create a realistic budget going forward for the year. If you overspent in some areas of your finances last year, don't go into this year doing the same thing. Have a clear understanding of where your money has gone. Have a clear understanding of where you want your money to go this year. You want to be able to put money away for maybe your big ticket items that you want to purchase this year, like a car or a down payment on a home, or pay off some debt. Maybe you want to treat yourself to something nice this year. Maybe a treat yourself moment or a nice trip out of the country. Looking at that now while we're still ahead in early January will give you the time to set that budget that you need to prepare for those things throughout the year. You don't want to go through the year with surprises, okay? You don't want to go through the year making unnecessary financial mistakes. I know looking at your financial transactions can be a little daunting, especially when you just spend and you're not intentionally monitoring where your money is going. If you were splurging and not tracking your expenses last year, this is the best time to do so. This will give you a roadmap of where you want to be financially in 2025. All right, next you want to schedule your PTO in advance. Get those vacation dates on the calendar before everyone else does. Trust me, being the early bird when it comes to scheduling your PTO with your office or your supervisor would allow you to get first dibs on the specific time off that you want and need. It also help you plan for the burnout that you want to avoid. You know, being able to plan your PTO days out in advance will allow you to create a healthier work-life balance as well. And think about it. Find ways to maximize your PTO time. If you are someone that gets, let's just say, 15 days of PTO, there are ways to turn those 15 days into more. You can turn 15 days into 48 days just by taking your PTO in conjunction with weekends or holiday weekends. Maximize that PTO if you can. And this is the time to start looking at those dates before everyone else does. So go ahead and schedule your PTO in advance. That way you can avoid conflicts with your teammates. Get it on the calendar early. So one less thing you have to worry about. And I know things will come up throughout the year where you might need to take a last minute PTO date, but in order to get the dates that you need specifically for things that you are, you know, planning, vacations, weekend getaways, whatever the case may be, this is the time to get that planned out, like right now. Speaking of PTO, y'all, the next thing on my list is to plan your trips. So let's talk some travel. Y'all know the earlier you plan your trips out or plan your travel out, you can get some better deals. The earlier the better. The earlier you plan for those trips and organize those trips, the better chance that you will have in saving a few dollars, cutting back on some stress, cutting back on some last minute headaches. You don't want to start saving or planning for a trip at the very last minute, y'all. That's giving yourself stress that you don't even need, okay? So planning your trips now, or thinking about those dates that you want to plan your trips on, so you can start looking at travel arrangements, hotel accommodations, activities that you want to do on those trips. Go ahead and start thinking about the trips that you are wanting to plan for the year. Start organizing the things that you want to do on that trip. Not only that, it gives you time to start thinking about what outfits you want to wear, looking at forecasting the weather, okay? These are things that I like to think about. Like, I'm going to start looking at flights. I'm going to start looking at days, the best day to travel on, the cheapest time to travel. I'm going to start thinking about my outfits. I'm going to start looking at the activities that I may want to do there, so I can start making reservations for those activities and start thinking about how much those activities are going to cost. So I know that I can start putting away money for this trip. The next thing on my list is to declutter your space. What better way to start the new year by setting the tone for a new vibe? A clutter-free space equals a clutter-free mind, y'all. If your areas are messy, junky, how are you able to focus, be productive by being around a chaotic space? And what I mean by space is your desk, your closet, your bathroom, your pantry, your refrigerator. Create a more calming environment. That way you can have that sense of peace. You can have that sense of mental clarity. It will allow you to be more productive if your space is clutter-free, if your space is clutter-free. Some other things that you can declutter are your phone. Go through your phones, delete old photos that you don't need, delete old files. Same thing with your email. If you have a whole lot of email, thousands and thousands, 200,000 emails, this is the time to go through those emails and clean it out. Don't continue to build that cluttered space. Take the time to go through your emails, go through your areas, your purse, your car. Get it fresh and clean for the new year. That will help you set the tone for a productive year. Once you do all these things, y'all, guys, you will be amazed at how much clarity you will gain, how much peace you'll feel, how organized you'll feel. So declutter your space. All right, task number 7, create your yearly goals. Don't just think about what you want to achieve this year. Write it down, y'all. There's power in writing down your goals. There's power in visualizing your goals. And you can do this by, just writing it down. But you can also do this by, if you're a visual person like me, and I will say it's best to visualize your goals for the year or your vision, so that you can see it and you can you can see it on a daily basis. You can manifest it. It's by creating a vision board. Vision boards can be done digitally or physically. Whatever suits you, just do it. Those goals can be health, those goals can be fitness, can be financially, can be self-care. Your goals can be something fun. They can be something that's self-development, business development. If you're a business owner, the goals can be endless, okay? Just do it. By creating a digital or physical vision board or goal board will allow you to see those goals. It will also make those goals clearer. It'll also provide a roadmap for you for the year, showcasing things that you want to do, showcase things that you want to achieve. Setting your goals early helps you stay focused on what really matters to you this year. And it also will allow you to track the progress and also celebrate milestones as you achieve them. The 8th task I have for you is to make your annual doctor's appointments ahead of time. Your health is the foundation of everything, y'all. You can't do anything effectively if you are not putting your health first. Go ahead and make those annual appointments that you know are coming up, whether it's your dental exam, you got to get a mammogram this year, you got to get some blood work done. Go ahead and start looking at your schedule and go ahead and call your doctor's office and get those appointments on the calendar so you can go ahead and plan that out for the year. That way it will help you avoid any conflicts with other things you may have scheduled for the year. Get that knocked out early, and it'll help you stay on top of your health in advance. The ninth thing I have for you to do is to schedule your car maintenance. Don't wait until your car start making weird sounds to start looking at getting your car repairs scheduled. You want to do these in advance. Keeping your car in a good shape or in good condition ensures your safety and also avoids costly repairs down the line. You know you need new tires. Go ahead and start looking at when you need to get that done. You need an oil change. Go ahead and schedule that, pencil that in. Other things like new windshield wipers. Go ahead and get that knocked out, y'all. Just do the whole shebang. Take your car in, get a full scan done to see what all you may need so you can start scheduling those things throughout the year. You don't have to get everything done at once because that could be pretty costly. But at least if you go get a scan done on your vehicle now, you can start looking at the things that may be coming up as far as repairs go. And you can start saving for those items as well. Schedule those maintenance appointments now so that you can go ahead and get it on your calendars. And the last task that I have for you for now is to make your what I'm not gonna do is list. Plan a not to-do list, y'all. Let's flip the script for a minute here. We talked about all the things that you must do to have a productive year, to get ahead for the year. But now I'm going to tell you to also plan a what you're not going to do. And this is very important because we usually plan our year out with things that we are going to do. No, make a list of things that you are not going to do as well. Some things that you may not want to do this year is be around negative energy. Some other things that you might not want to do this year is I'm not going to get burnt out this year. I'm not going to be around negative Nancy's. I'm not going to be around bad energy. I'm not going to have the fear of missing out, the FOMO. Okay, cut yourself some slack this year. Don't try to do it all. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I'm not doing that. Don't spread yourself too thin. By saying no or giving yourself a what I'm not gonna do is list, it helps maintain balance for you, okay? Which having balance in our lives is very important because we are so used to the hustle and the bustle. But taking a step back and saying, I'm not gonna do these things this year, it's just going to benefit your mental health. It's going to help avoid you getting drained. It's going to help with your time, your energy. So it's okay to say, I'm not going to do these things this year. Say no to unhealthy habits. If you've been eating bad your whole life, say no to that this year. It's time to make change, positive change. You know what you need to be saying no to. You just have to stick to it, especially if it causes unnecessary stress for you. These are small steps that will help you with the flow of your year. And again, you can do all of these things in less than 24 hours. Yep, you can do it. Come on, y'all. You got it. And hey, if you need a little extra help, check out my Etsy shop. I have all types of digital planner items in there for you. And also check out my simple guide to organizing. I'll link those in the description below. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.